first known as the Meadowlands. EA Sports welcomes you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. Now an opening past the 30. A good return as he takes it across the 30. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Right to the air is Prescott.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And it's a short pickup to about the 42. That's Bobby Okereke there for the stop. An early test to start this one. 3rd and inches. On play action, here's Dak. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
I can't believe you actually
Anytime
fucking
a team
threw
suffers
that.
an early setback like that interception,
What
human
the
instinct says,
actual
Mike,
fuck?
we need to get away
Was
from our
you
game
looking
plan.
at?
We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike, they've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
Now the rookie out of Purdue, Tyrone Tracy. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Marquise Bell up to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he will score. Darius Slayton. Touchdown, Giants. That his first touchdown this year. Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. His drive will start on the ground. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Slot receiver, headed right. On second down, it's Dak. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, Prescott. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
He'll get this out to the left flat.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Going up top, and he'll take it on in. Devontae Turpin, touchdown, Dallas.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession one. What are you going to do in response on possession two? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down. 1 quarter in the books here on a Thursday night. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. We're back to upstate New York in just a moment. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Slayton is the man in motion. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on. They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Giants will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. It'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Third and short. Prescott. Quick throw here is complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean,
that's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Deonte Banks.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Pretty clear coming into this game that this offense felt that they had a distinct advantage running the ball. It was a matchup that they thought all week went in their favor, and so far the results indicate that they were spot on.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man, that's Slayton. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air this one out deep for Hyatt. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That's to the rookie from LSU, Malik Neighbors. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And he'll get this inside the 5, but no further. Great job by the defense. It sets up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a 4th down decision to make. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Cavante Turpin on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get to the backfield and bring him down.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Open man down the field. It's Ferguson. And he will take this one in. 72 yards. Touchdown, Dallas.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Aubrey, good with the extra point. Cowboys move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Lots of space past the 45. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second.
This is a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll look to throw. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. Their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Slayton is the man in motion. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down. He'll drop to throw. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. First time they've looked his way all game long. And he comes through with the grab and a first down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football at their own 40.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
He'll get this out wide. Down the left sideline. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg. to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. Will come out to the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Slayton is the man in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up. That is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks. Inability to manipulate the defense. They kind of telegraph where they're going to go with their ball, with their eyes, and I'd love to see him the next time when he gets to the top of his drop. Look off the safety. Hold some of the underneath defenders from where you ultimately know you want to go with the ball. A lot of that just comes with experience, and sometimes you got to gain that experience the hard way.
Up the middle they go. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Dak wisely hits the deck at the end, but he slides after picking up the first down. A gain there of 13 yards. Prescott on first down.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. Sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Now give on the ground, and some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Ball sitting on the 3. It is first down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Now back at the 4 for second and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his...
And he's in. Touchdown, Dallas. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where a rookie quarterback can kind of be baited into thinking something's open when it's really not. And these are the things that all coaches are just continuing to work through. Anytime you have a young signal caller, they haven't seen the reps. They don't have the experience. In this case, the defense plays this one to perfection, and it results in the big takeaway.
They send him right out of the slot. Dak going to throw it here on first down. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll have more Thursday Night Football after this. They'll turn and hand this one off. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. On second down, it's Dak. To the goal line and in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Cowboys. They extend the lead, and it looks like they're going to extend the terrific start to this season. Greg, they are just a few minutes away from a 4-0 beginning.
Even since adding that 17th game to the schedule, so many coaches across the league, Mike, they still refer to the season as quarters. So they talk about, all right, let's focus going into the year on winning quarter number 1. And I'll tell you what, at 4-0, it doesn't get much better than that.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this one out. And he'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
And at this point in the game, trailing by this much, you're just trying to get something positive going. And even if it doesn't alter the outcome of this week's game, Mike, you're trying to build on some things that you can take into next week's practice, build off of and learn from, and hopefully carry it into next week's game to hopefully.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Oh, big hole left side. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. Well, they had a big hole to climb out of, and now it is even bigger. Greg, the defense was waiting for it, feasts on it, and they get to celebrate with a pick 6.
Well, a very fitting way for this one to come to an end here, Mike. This has been a completely dominant defensive performance. This pick 6 here in the 4th quarter ends what has been a total runaway.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Right back to the air following that pick 6. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick 6? And a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll motion their tight end Johnson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
That's good for the New York Giants.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll take it on in. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, New York. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That's pulled in. And they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Try the right side this time. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. It is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And he's in. C.D. Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. That's his 2nd touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. Slayton is the man in motion. Throwing now on 3rd and long. This one taken in by Hyatt. And he's taken down up past the 35.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the 4th quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive. I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Now a timeout. Giants, that is their 2nd. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one is caught by Turpin. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
They'll try to get this one on the ground. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Cowboys.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Cowboys.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from New Jersey.